Guinea. Well, we arrive here and we're gonna check them how well those people doing. Population first, 15 million people. Okay, not so bad. One thing I want to say about those Western African countries is that they all pretty much so far they have a clear border, which I am quite thankful for that, to be honest, because in another region in Africa we saw clearly some struggle with exactly where the border begins and where the border ends. So for those countries, it's really nice, I would say, to have that. Let's see how they doing. Oh, so they're doing bad. We don't have that much 360. We don't have that much street view. God knows what's happened here, so we're gonna pretty much assume, but we will check them anyway, so we can have some decent idea at least. On the ground level here, things are not looking that great, I have to say. It's just bad, straight out bad, for God's sake, not even close to something nice. But we have, like, look at this, you can see where the humans are just by the bold spot on the map. They have some more of the trees here, but not that much. When people arrive, you can see, oh, how many, look at the ants here, how many they are here. It's insane. They're jamming everyone together. Look how they live. No paved roads most of the time, but they have a few of them, so yeah, not exactly that bad. But you can see the secondary roads pretty much missing entirely. They have some sort of a river here, I guess, because they have quite a few green, but I'm not that sure. It's something, that's for sure. Not exactly what we want to live, but in the same time, it's a bad place. We should not multiply yourself that much. So maybe you should think of that. But 50 million people, yeah, it's pretty decent from Africa, to be honest. Wow, we have some sort of what is going on in here? No idea, but that's an interesting job this guy has. Barbed wire, bars on the windows, even though they try to make it nicer. Nah, there's still bars on the windows. It's not much you can say about that. It's not much you can do, actually. The same here, bars on the windows, bars on the doors. It's a pretty fairly new construction, the way they build it, but again, it's like a waste of money, to be honest. The way they build those things doesn't feel like very efficient to me. Wow, it looks like a camp or something. I don't know. Definitely it's not a prison, but some sort of a religious camp. Who knows? Wow, how they live here. Well, I think those guys living a bit better here, even though they're kind of jamming together. But compared with those guys, it's paradise pretty much. They have some sort of a decent trees around them, I have to say, in this region. This one, they just pretty much cut them all. So it's pretty bad. But yeah, in some others, I mean, look at this. Those could be pretty decent. Pretty decent. Nice palm trees in some areas. So not so bad. Not so bad at all, actually. Wow, the bold spots starts to add up. Let's check those ones. Ooh. And by the way, those are made by private guys, I guess. They're pretty bad made, but at least we have something to work with. Yeah, it's again, those construction brand new. The fences, a lot of materials. They waste their energy, but hey, it's the way they like to build. Fine. Hopefully, it's not gonna be the same one. No, it's not. It's good. It's good. We are good here, but the length not so great. Interesting car there. Garbage everywhere, pretty much. Same story. Yeah, doesn't look that great. Doesn't look. They have an airport here, or at least they're trying to build one, which is pretty good. This is from 2025. Okay, so very recently image satellite. So they have an airport. Oh, look at this. That's how big it has to be an airport. This is how much runway you need. I don't think so. It feels like way too much runway. In the middle of the city. Okay, I guess it's based on the airport, this city, huh? Think so. Why those countries with fewer population, fewer people, feels like they are much more than they seem on the paper? Because look at, oh, that's a rich guy there. They are pretty much everywhere. Some small construction. Look at this, everywhere. When I see bold spots, they are humans. Bold spots, humans. Feels like they are everywhere. And although the population doesn't seem to be that big in the same time, how that is possible? I don't know. Let's check those ones. Interesting. You can see probably by night if you go for the... Oh, what is going on in here? It's some sort of a graduation day. Wow, that's It's quite a lot. They just printing those diplomas right here on the spot. I mean, everyone can get one. What is going on in here? Okay, I don't know exactly what is the logistic behind it, but it looks a bit sketchy to me. You're just gonna show up there, say the name, and that's it. You have a diploma. That's pretty simple, I guess. The idea is to know what you're doing, I guess. Diploma is just to certify that what you're saying it's bound by something legal, even though the job that you might chasing for doesn't require anything even remote related to what you study, but okay. That's pretty much more for the West, I guess. I guess for those African countries, doesn't matter what you study, you're always gonna need something. So I guess for them it's pretty good. But for the West, they have zero relevance in today, unless you are like, I don't know, a doctor or a air pilot, whatever. Airplane pilot. Otherwise, yeah, it's absolutely irrelevant. What they eating, those guys? Eating some chicken, I guess, and they drinking some beers, probably. Not sure exactly. But pretty nice area. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'm not sure exactly this exactly from there. It looks like much more closer to the beach, but pretty good. Probably this one it is, right? That one is more, yeah, more clear. Have a cubic group here. Cub. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. For a rich guy, it's not so bad, I guess. Having a vacation there. What else can we find here? I mean, it doesn't look that developed on the coastline, which is quite strange, if you ask me. But, that's a nice stadium. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Bold spots. So clearly it's gonna be some sort of a human activity here. Yeah, as we can see. Human activity. Human activity. I'm not sure exactly where they have those bold spots here. They have some sort of a mining industry or something like that, I guess, right? It looks like that to me. They might not a huge country as you can see, but pretty good. But 50 million people, yeah, big a lot. Let's see how they doing in the numbers. So Guinea, 15 million people and rising, but back in 1955, 3.2 million people. So yeah, in 3.2 million here, I can see them living much better lives, even though they don't have that much technology in 1955, pretty much anywhere. 1.6% increase rate back then, with 50,000 people increase rate. That would be like zero migration, they say, which I highly doubt that for a few years. But then we can see they're pretty much on the minus, with a few exceptions in 1990s. Probably they have some sort of a war with a neighboring country and they poured it in. Median age back then, it was 20 years old. Fertility rate 6, which is insane. Density back then was 13 people per square kilometer, which is a lot. And urban population 8.5%. That will be roughly around 280,000 people to manage, which is quite a lot, to be honest. By 2025, population grew tremendously. Now they are around 15 million people. So you can see they got 5 times more, which is insane. Yearly change 2.3%, which is even higher. They used to be 1955. Yearly change around 340,000 people per year. Net increase migration minus 16,000. They go to Europe by 100%. Median age even younger, 18 years old. Fertility rate 4, which is insane for 2025. Density 61 people per square kilometer, absolutely insane. Urban population 40% now, and now they have to manage 6 million people. Good luck with that. By 2050, population is gonna go to around 23 million people. So again, huge amount. Yearly change 1.4%. That will be roughly around 320,000 people. So that number at least goes down. Migration minus 31,000. They go to Europe. Median age, they go a bit older, 24 years old. Fertility rate 2.7, well above the replacement rate, so still a lot of problems there. Density 95 people per square kilometer, insane number. Urban population 61%, and now they have to manage 14 million people. So yeah, good luck with that. Life expectancy is very good here, 61 years old for both sexes. Females 62, males 60, which is great. But you're gonna see they're gonna continue to go up from here. So yeah, that's gonna have some problem in the future. Infant mortality rate is 63 and death at the age of 5, 90. Those are pretty good numbers. huge numbers even for Africans, but they're gonna see that they're trading down, so not that much issue there. Demographic, as you can see, the pyramid rock solid. They have a very so slightly small male surplus population, but nothing crazy. And yeah, the base, it's the widest as ever gonna be, so they're doing pretty well in that department, I guess. Economy, well, the image of the economy doesn't look so promising, but let's see it. 30 billion US dollars nominal and PPP around 75 billion US dollars. So yeah, very small ones. Growing rate 7.1, 10.6, 10.7, 9.5. The growth, it's good for the economy that it is around 1 trillion, I would say, US dollars nominal, not 30 billion US dollars. That's how economy should look like at least 10%, even Western world. Yeah, not even close to that, but even 10% is not that much, to be honest. But yeah, we here in West, we just barely passing budget and we run on deficit. So yeah, I guess they're dreaming at around 10% here, which not gonna be even that much bigger deal to be honest. But yeah, per capita 1,900 US dollars nominal and around 5,000, almost 5,000 US dollars PPP. Low numbers, it is what it is, I guess, but yeah, we will see. Corruption, ooh, one of my favorite topics. Let's see how corruption is doing here. So, Guinea, where they are, Guinea, 28 points, but they got up 8 points, so I guess it's good in a way, you know? It's good. 28 points is very bad, but they got up to 8 points. Pretty good. But they're still perceived as a more corrupt country. 28 points is far away for something decent, at least. They speak French, so clearly a French colony at some point, a French influence, I mean, what I want to call it. 85% Islam and 13% Christians. Let's look at the pictures. Yeah, we have here some sort of the leaders, as we can see. Communist states, okay, that's a problem. Visit Yugoslavia. Not so great. Now we have with the Jimmy Carter here. We have like some sort of a protest here, I guess, right? We need a protest against the rule or Alpha Con, probably this guy. Quite a lot of people, I would say, but yeah, you don't go to protest in flip-flops and tank tops, in my opinion, but okay. Wildlife, they have hippos here. The landscape is pretty nice. Again, Vladimir Putin here. I think in every picture we kind of see them with like some, I don't know, someone from government of Africa and in an office, whatever, in a meeting. We have some sort of a fishing here, I guess, I'm assuming, I'm not sure exactly. We have some sort of a store here, which I don't trust that much, to be honest. But hey, they have modern products that they didn't even know existed, let's say. They didn't even know, actually. They didn't even exist like 100, 200 years ago. So yeah, they changing. They moving to the Western culture, I guess. What else can we find? Again, some sort of a market here with vegetables. That they have it for a long time, so not something new. So that was Guinea. Not so bad. Not so bad, but in the same time, not a place that you want to live. So that's gonna tell you everything you need to know about this place. They have an opening to the sea, which is good, I guess. But the beach, you didn't check the beach, right? They didn't even have a 360 on the beach. They have here on this. Look how they live here. Probably this is the capital. I don't even want to see this one. Let's check them anyway. Oh, look at the smokes there. Okay, we saw something. Yeah, looking very bad here from 2021. Yeah, looks like hell to me. Look at that smoke. Man, they just burned the trash there. Wow, that's really bad. Can you imagine how that smells there? And look at this, where they're going. You can't even open a windows here. But I don't think they have windows on their houses, but still. Oh, look at nice. That's a nice islands here. That looks pretty good. We see some nice pool here. I mean, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Some sort of a resorts here, probably for the people in the government, the rich one. But yeah, it doesn't look that great, to be honest. We don't even have like a 360 on the beach to check them, but from above doesn't look so bad, to be honest. Come on. I want to be that rude here. Oh, we have something on the beach here. Let's check this one. I like those houses. Not so bad. What is that? Oh, some guy there, some kids there. Some the beach is fairly clean except a few garbage each and there, but yeah. It's empty, it's nice. Guess it's not crowded. Good for them. Okay, that was the Guyana. Hopefully you like it. I don't know. Not so much for me, but I guess it is what it is. So yeah, check the other videos that I make and see you next time.